All right, important email organization. So it's simple enough to pick up the nearest data cube. Then we need to divide it by 10. Just test this. So that's a 2, that's correct. Now to get to the 2, and we have to assume we have no idea where we are. We will just have to walk until we get to the shredder. I'm just going to test this. Looks pretty good. So they will be next to the shredder. Now they have to get to the correct shredder. So if we know what direction they need to head in, because let's say they're holding 5 and they're at 3, then they got to move to the 5. So if their item is less than the item in front of them, that's the data cube that they're going to shred this data cube at. So say they're holding 3 that's less than 5. Then they need to move left. I think I did that right. Sometimes I get these things backwards. Otherwise, they need to move I should say otherwise if it's greater than, and this should be less than. Then they need to move the opposite direction, assuming I got the first direction right. And if they are directly on the correct one, and I should say not equal to and then jump. So they'll just keep trying to step left or right until they are on top. and then we will give to the shredder. So let's just run that and see how it works. Let's take one. So he's at 1. Oh, they're on top, so I'm checking the wrong direction. Let's try that again. So he's holding a 9. So he wants to step. Now, why didn't that work? If he's holding a 9 and that is greater than 6, is he not on top of the 6? If his item... Oh, he doesn't have an item, though. Okay. Oh, some days. Alright, so we need to... We need to step to that. We need to pick that up. Then we need to do the calculation. Of the item they're holding, divided by 10, and put that into Mem1. That should work better. Just double checking this because I wasn't monitoring him. So he should go to 83 and then dump his cube in 83. Alright, that's looking good. Well, let me make sure he gives it to the shredder. Nice. That took longer than it should have, but let's see if I can get rid of this stupid Steam thing. Alright. I think everything's great. They will just jump to the beginning and repeat all that over. Now, I think there's going to be a problem somewhere in the program where they are going to grab the wrong data cube. And I just want to watch that happen. I'm fairly confident that will happen, but I just want to watch it happen. Because you can't mess with the data cubes next to the shredders. That will be another bug that needs to be fixed. So this is non-optimal, but one of the things I think I can do is just go ahead and remember where I was. Well, I already know where I was because I was at the nearest data cube. So I think one option is just to go back to the nearest... Their initial location is what I'm saying. I will go back to their initial location, and the closest data cube will probably then not be one of the ones below. It just doesn't seem like, just based on just thinking about that for a minute, that can go wrong. But we'll find out. Something's not working, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to debug. All right. Okay, I see my problem. I'm checking my item and I need to be checking mem1. Or mem2. There we go. That needs to be in a different memory than the data cube. Alright, that's better. And then I need to be comparing against mem2, obviously. Still having a problem. Why? Oh, that's mem1. Ah, stupid bugs. Now, why did she self-destruct? Because once I gave... once I give the shredder the cube... then I'm stepping to mem1, which is back where... Does step mem1 not work? That's what's going wrong. Step mem1's not doing what I expect. It's possible step 1 doesn't work, because one thing I noticed, it said data cube 74, and there's no more data cube 74 because I picked it up. So how do I remember... Let me just set mem3 here. I mean, this is clearly not optimal. Okay, so now mem3 is set to the square that I want to go to. Let's try that again. In my brain, when you memorize the location, what it would store would be... Let's just take a look at this. But Mem3 says 67, so that still doesn't work. So can I not go back to where I was? Can I not remember where I was? There's no data cube there. If I just try for some kind of ad hoc solution where I say, well, I just want to move away from the bottom row and not pick it up. But what do you do? I mean, I could step up. Well, this is clearly just a hack, but what if I step up, like, say, 4 times? Just start stepping up 3 times and see what happens. This is clearly not how to solve this somehow. I mean, they got to go back, they have to find a data cube, and it can't be one of the ones next to the shredder. This is what in programming you'd call a kludge, because by stepping up twice... Yeah, see? So now I have to step up 4 times, and I'm still not sure that's enough. This is so not optimal. I just can't figure out how to make them remember where they started. I think you could see where this is going. I'd have to almost step up to the top. You know, with this stupid solution. I mean, it's horrible. I mean, it'll work. Because eventually you'll be far enough away from any of the shredder cubes. Now how... I don't know, I'm going to try one more time and then I'm going to assume there is some other problem. I could conceivably see the scenario where stepping up, that there's a data cube directly below you and that's the one you want to grab and that's the one in the shredder. I'm going to try one more because I still think maybe if they walk all the way to the top wall. Of course I can direct him to never pick up. That is just so weird. Why is that not enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, there is one more step up to the top wall. So if they go up to the top wall, they do. I'm going to slow this down as I get towards the end and try to figure out where they go wrong. And I have an alternate strategy for this that I might try after this. I mean, watching them, they seem to be doing what I'm programming them to do. They walk to the top wall and then find the nearest data cube. Which, you know, should be closer to the shredder. You can see how not optimal it is. Because they have to walk all the way to the top wall and then come back. Everything looked okay. Wow, why did that fail? Okay, forget the strategy. I mean, I think it could work, but let me create a different option here. We will invoke the random stepping option in the program. This might take me a minute to think about. So if below me is not a shredder, then pick up. Else, and this is, we need to go do something different because this obviously is not working. I'm going to get rid of the nearest data cube for a minute. I mean, I'm sure it's a great idea, but let's see if I could just get this program running. We'll just step in a random direction. If below us isn't a shredder, we pick up. Else, we just keep stepping. Oh, and we should say if it's a data cube, well, no, we'll pick up if it's not a shredder, which seems very reasonable. But then we have to say here, if my item isn't a data cube, then, you know, we just... So now, if my item is a data cube, then I'm going to divide it by 10, put it in a mem2. I'll just try this. I probably made a mistake somewhere, but... So this is clearly not efficient, but walking to the top wall just wasn't working. And that program wasn't efficient either. And after watching the program run, just walking back to their initial square and then finding the closest data cube isn't necessarily a good idea either. It'd be nice to say the closest data cube that doesn't have such and such a property, but I don't think you can say that. Yeah, it seems clear that eventually they will randomly find their data cubes. I gotta admit, I'm kind of amused by these walking around blindly trying to pick stuff up workers. Oh, one found one. So my time is about 5 times more than their target time. Not surprising, because I'm sure there's a clever solution and I'm just not finding it. I don't even care about the optional size challenge, really. I just thinking in my brain, why is it that I can't go to the nearest data cube that's not next to the shredder? Well, I'll have to think about this for a while. I'll put this video up, but I'm sure people can tell me how stupid I was in this case. Thanks for watching.